Welcome back to the A-Star ship. My name is Kale, and we're working on a bunch of different vibe coding apps with my C++ API called Crabs. One of them is CrabsClaw. We are an all contiguous memory, data-driven design, asynchronous state machine API. Kind of works a little bit like JavaScript with a bunch of different uh, ring buffers that I can control the system with, and I can execute functions. And so it's kind of like a compiler engine, remote procedure call engine, AI IoT engine. And what are we doing? I don't know exactly what the hell I'm doing right now. You can find it on github.com/a*starship/ crabs/issues/316. We're still on this. I'm sorry. I should not be on this. Not too happy. I mean, I'm happy with the code, but I need a community of people and need to build things with it. So we got the AI agents coming in to the rescue. What do we get going on? Coming on. I didn't have that open. I have all the API keys in the next window over. Almost had a bad one. Well, it wasn't really that important. API keys. I could have replaced those. Nobody would have gotten in. So what are we doing? What do we got? Need to work on one of these. So I need to work on all these compile errors. I haven't worked on this for months, and then I come back and now there's all these compile errors in places where there used to not be compile errors. That is just never welcome at all. I hate it when that happens. It's like predictable that it happens. I need to have the string in. I need a better way of doing this. So I can't really do anything until this code is fixed. Stir. I don't know how there wasn't. I was allowing this garbage without the string end, and it just. I didn't even notice it. All right, so I got rid of a couple. About insert D. Uh-oh. See, I don't like this at all. But this is how you make a Unicode library under the hood. Problem is I'm not passing in the end of the buffer pointer. I didn't really notice it, but like these errors popped up out of the blue that used to not be errors, and then noticed that it wasn't right. So, I mean, D plus what? 2? So the end is after the data that we have in here. So we have D, capital D, and then a \0, i.e. a nil character or a 0. This will work. Insert and then C's D plus 2. This will be fine for right now. I don't want to do it this way, but we need to have the option of doing it this way. I should be doing it with the string, with the or a plus 2. Now ABC is 1. Okay, so that all these are going to be ABC plus 4. This is pointer arithmetic stuff. CBA plus 4. Nope. Look at some more, baby. Did I take out most of them? I'd be impressed if that was all the... Well, probably we're missing them on the dictionary seam. Let's go look at that real quick. Oh, contiguous memory dictionary. And then where's the... I'm looking for T string print. For some reason, I did not... I embarrassingly did not pass in the code that I need for the algorithm that we were using to print the strings. And then I added it, and then I guess we're just gonna throw that code over the fence. All right. Problem details. No conversion from integer sign to int64. I hate it when these errors pop up in places where they shouldn't have it. So length, auto length, string. Maybe maybe this was the one that didn't have it. Is it? Wait, wasn't there T string query? And it was near there. Oh. Okay, well, I'm moving on to the next error. Can't really think exactly what was going on with that. So what? What line? 283? No conversion from integer signed to 64. So what am I not? Length. Am I not passing in the... I gotta pass in the... How did this error... How did... It's like... There's so much code in here, it just like amazes me how like little stuff like that slips by every once in a while. T string length. Is that the one that I just added? T string length is what? I'm confused. CHT and then integer signed. And then, oh, I probably don't have it, huh? Right, because I bozoed it. This is me being a bozo. Don't ask me how the hell this passed by without having the the string end code. No, this is that it? Yeah, that looks like it. Wait. So one of them's supposed to have the string length, one of them's supposed to not. Right. String stuff. Oh, that isn't actually how I do this. I don't see the problem. So is huh? Z. One more. String buff and I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. Huh? Streams current bitrate 0 is lower than recommended. Oh, we don't have any audio? Huh. No, I have audio. It's telling me we don't have audio, but we do have audio clearly. Because the bit rate for the audio is 0? Doesn't make any sense. It's at 8 megabits a second for the live stream. Everything looks to be 160 kilobit. That seems to be fine. Moving on. I don't know what's up with that. But oh, most people don't know that you could do this to cast in C++. Whenever I found out, I switched over to that and haven't really looked back. Occasionally you'll find an artifact. I'm actually surprised how many artifacts I found actually in the past like day looking at this code. Trying to figure out how the hell my thing works, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, hey look, there's a bozo error right there. Look. Total idiot move. So string length, and what happened to it? I said, isn't it right here? Oh, there's no constant version of it. Catch. And is that because it's string? Wait, string length. Aren't both of these supposed to just be constant? I think I just need to do that. Wait, hold on. Is string in? Wait, this isn't what I wanted to do. Now, this isn't string and offset. Okay. All right. That's nice. Get out of my way. So this one, though, both of these should be const because that just doesn't matter. I'm not passing back anything. I have no idea why this is like this. What is that calling? I don't even think that's calling even the right one. I just don't understand what I'm doing with this. I do know there's like it's the API is slicker if you just like convert all your const to like non-const when you're trying to make it so it's const can take a constant and a non-const. Um, but it does that would trigger a lot of engineers. That would not be something that they want to associate with. Yep, I'm the Maverick. Rebel without a cause. Breaking some of the rules. Getting hurt. Oh, shit. So what's it? String style. Minus string. Okay. So string length. Where's the string stat? Is that above here? Okay, so I need this thing to be next to the other one. Here's the other one. Wait, wasn't I just looking at a different string length? Oh, I hate it when this happens. I need a script that can like check to see if you can move like different functions with the same name all next to each other, because sometimes they go astray. Like there. You see? These things aren't supposed to be like this. All the string stops have to be next to each other. Because, yeah, that's just a bitch to try to track down. So string stop, string start, or the const. It's better to do it like, I shouldn't be doing this. You need to return. Think about this. T string snap. And I'm basically wrapping the const version through the non-const version, so it's dry. And then this one is missing. Uh, I'm also supposed to have one more for. I mean, I wouldn't program the end app like this. This is the API. The AP, the way you program an API is not the same as the way you program an app. T. So we're basically with this T footer, I'm consting away the um the const, and then calling the function, and then I'm making a const again. And no, it does not trigger the compiler because it can tell what you're doing. My philosophy with C++ is I do not pay for what I do not use, and that also includes I do not pay with my development time for what I do not use. So I don't deal with like putting the const at the end if the function is const. It doesn't modify anything. I just don't do anything with that, because the compiler it'll tell me, or like an LLM will tell me and be like, "Hey, you didn't mark this const." Well, I didn't need to tell you. I marked it const. C++ is the only language that does that, and it just drives me nuts because you're the only one doing it. Nobody else is doing it. Everybody's tired of all this extra shit you gotta write. Like all the little details like suck the fun out of it. So we just do it the way that We don't have any compiler complaints or anything except for this. I think I just fixed that, right? String step is just in the loop. We're just basically looping through, checking if it's null. And if the string is less than or equal to the string n, then you return. And that's it. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Did I recompile this? Do I still have this error? I just absolutely cannot believe I'm dealing with this shit. 2026, it should not be. What am I gonna do? T putter, no matching, call to this. Oh, wrong one. All right, let me get some vibe coding going on up in here. Was it gonna do anything? Oh, what happened? I didn't mean to do that. What happened? We got a rain location. Oh, damn it. What did I do? Writing. So, you look in the call stack. Boy, I really broke this one. Call stack. What the hell? We gotta clean this. I have no idea. Nope. Still the same thing, but where's the call stack though? Oh, here's the call stack. Okay. So something's calling a function recursive. T string stop. Huh. What did I do wrong? So I T putter the const away with this. I call the function and then I C putter const back. I want to call this one. It usually doesn't do this. I think I have it right. Const string because I do the T putter on, or maybe I need to use C putter and then a C putter thing. I forgot. It's been a little while. Yellow, red. Dang. Oops. Hmm. Why the hell is it doing this? There it is. Oh, hey, hey. Look, we have a unit test that's running. Whee! No. I think maybe this was where I was like going last time. Oh yeah, my overlay. Forgot. So I could make a better system doing this for sure. So what's up with this? Do I need to do that? Oh no, is this gonna take this like super long again? Stop. It used to be a stop button in Visual Studio, and now they what did they replace it with? There it is. It's hidden. I don't know why it's hidden. Uh, I don't know where this problem is coming from. Destination. I'm printing the after. I mean, I feel like there's like an underlying problem going on. Shit like this is just a real showstopper, though, man. It's really just wish that I could get this thing working, but it's just burly hard. So where's the locals? Destination bytes, 32 kilobytes. The These things are in really far away places in RAM. If I do that. And handle Redis, it still doesn't. I don't know if I really trust this to. Oops. Oh. I really don't like that. I mean, it passed the unit test. I don't like that at all. This really doesn't make me feel good at all. I'm kicking the can down the road because I want to work on something higher value. All right, going back to the config loom. What can we go back to the op? That'd be ideal. Okay, hey, look, these errors are on this scene. Great. All right, we are back to working on the high priority object over here. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and then I want to get some vibe coding going up, get these agents using my GPU in the background. Oh, yeah. All right, what are we getting for the vibe coding going on right now? What is um you can go over here and where is it? Oh, come on. It's embarrassing. There we go. All right. So what do we got in here? Here's I think the last prompt I ran over here was Crab's code. So what did I do? I had to begin to port open code to oops. No, sorry, I have a keyboard shortcut conflicts. Defer This is the agent code. Agent event loop. But none of this code is really usable. There's no, it's just some header files. Like there's no actual code. I guess that's one strategy for doing vibe coding. Is just to have the AI generate the header files instead of generating the implementation. We could try that. Factory function. Where's the factory? So I'm sorry. I've never seen a star in there before. What does that do? Can you find that info on? Oh wait, this is the. I'm sorry, I'm having issues. Okay. Sorry, I haven't programmed in C++ in a while. Forgive me. I used to program in C++ all the time. You know, back in the day, it was the cool language the engineers used. Now they're like all Rust furries on Blue Sky. You can't have any conversations with those people anymore, dude. It's like, they deny reality. I think a large percentage of the industry is brainwashed and delusional assholes on some hyphy bullshit. They're like overstocked bourgeoisie. I don't really find this behavior from most professionals, but at the beginning of the DEI um, movement, they were worse. Because you got to understand that, like, under DEI, the old white dudes get replaced with younger, more diverse people because there's too many white dudes. So the guys that stick around, it's like they have to be militantly DEI so that they're in on the right circle of DEI. They want to be on the in group and not the out group. So, like, if they drink alcohol and they got, especially if they like talk with some American Indian accent, then chances are they're probably going to turn into a raging asshole. They're going to go into like nationalist, full blown Amerindian nationalist or black nationalist mode and like come at you with some fucking bullshit. That's the way they work because it's either they're in on the inset crew of DEI or they have to kick out anyone who would kick them out, who would be a challenge. And there can only be a limited number of white dudes. It's like, dude, it's total shit fest, bro. Everything about that's retarded. What is it? Great. Maybe I should look at open code. Kind of, where's their code at? Infra. What is this supposed to be? Infrastructure? .Z. What the hell? Yeah, I've been avoiding Z. I've been doing app right, but it didn't really work out for me. Not really because I wouldn't recommend it for other people, but like when I'm doing, it was like a more of a competitor to me. What are these skills? Okay, so this must be a skills folder. Okay. Packages. What's this? Oh, it's like a. Hmm. Okay, so I'm confused. Why is there like React in here? Console. Cool. It's X. Really? Really? So they're using React in here. It just kind of hurts my mind a little bit. So, are they using React for the rendering the open code terminal user interface? Okay. Um, so let's see if we could use open code to like not break my workflow. And then do oops, what happened? All right. What are we looking at? Oh, interesting. What kind of output do we get for this? What do we get? That's actually kind of an interesting thing. This is totally a different channel, but I'm gonna make an exception because um, I use this compiler engine for Crabs to build this other guy. Where is the IMU? Hmm? I don't see IMU. Well, what happened? Oh, did I move it to Kabuki Starship? Okay, I think I moved it to Kabuki Starship because we're doing the agents. All right. Okay, so it has been historically in a startup, not a Starship. Um, Wait, hold on. Not in here either. No, that's okay. So, workspace, what is this? I don't know what to do for that. Agent. Uh, I could actually keep working on that, but I don't really want to. Let's go back to how do you go into plan mode? I've never used plan mode in OpenCode. The agent option, OpenCode config, mode is depreciated. Okay. You know, I knew somebody once who had a friend who read the docs once. As far as I know, I came up with that one. What do we got? Markdown configuration, OpenCode / modes. So modes, review mode. Let's look at this. Oh, sorry, I can't read that. Just use code code / review.md. I'm gonna take their template out of here. Huh? What happened here? Shouldn't be doing that. All right. Somebody watching. Let me know if you're wanting to know exactly what's going on. I am setting up. What am I setting up? Trying to get into review mode in open code, reading the docs. So here I got the. They used to have like a mode that you would use, and then that gets appreciated. And so, write new file, edit, patch. So in plan mode, it can't write anything. It's except for like a plan. So, and where exactly did I put this in the right folder? Config, open code, and then modes. I need another one for not review, for I'm gonna copy this template into, oops, to go over to the thing and then do code./ and then trying to plan for compiler planning. Let's call it the compiler engineer. We're doing the JSX engine in C++. So tools, what do I got to do? I need to like specify the model, and then this needs to be what do I need to do? I need to get out the API key for the has the list of models. So I got to do that on the other screen. That shouldn't, hopefully it doesn't pop up in here. Okay, we're good to go. So I need the name. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. It's got like Xi using the 96 gigabit or 80 gigs of RAM on the CPU local LLM for that. No, hold on. I'm sorry. I just bozoed that. No, we need Qwen 3 coder next. And you are in compiler engineering mode. Focus on compiler optimizations, security, and memory attack vectors, potential bugs, edge cases, performance implications. I don't know if I should put in JSX engine. So, oh wait, security considerations. We'll put that there. Virtual machines. I don't know. I'm just kind of poking there. I don't know exactly what I'm going to get. And so let's try to load this agent up in what do you call it? Okay. Crabs. So what do I need to do? Agent. Switch agents. We got plan here, review. Oh, it didn't load. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so we need to make a plan to implement a C++ JSX engine for our Crabs code, open code placement, terminal UI. Wait, hold on. It doesn't know what, might not know what that is actually. You know, open code's actually been around for a couple of years. Terminal, open code replacement, terminal UI. We are rendering what? Actually, that should be what functions are we missing? And then hopefully this thing doesn't take a chunk and try to load this thing again. It might be just a little while before this thing starts spitting anything out because I'm using I'm using speculative decoding on the LLM. And right now, like the first time I do a prompt, it's like loading the smaller LLM to predict the next token using like a 1.5B LLM. And then this one, this is like an 80B model using 80 gigs of RAM. So we're going to have to go back to the C++ code and start looking at, unless we could load up something, get something else going on the Raspberry Pi real quick, which I might want to do because this one is this one's going to take a while, and it looks like we have a whole bunch of compiler problems. We're trying to read a byte sequence of a whole bunch of different contiguous memory types into my Chinese room abstract stack machine so we could do a remote procedure call API. It's kind of like a React reducer in C++ using all contiguous memory in hard mode, no C++ standard library, all from scratch, even all the printing. I use my own integer to string algorithm. There is almost no C++ standard library code in here. There's just like a couple of calls, and then we're even replacing those. So let's go look at the VNC. Where's the VNC? Here it is. We want to go look at the VNC client. What do we got? We got the Crabs code. Here is the experimental vibe coded stuff. Over here, the UI is a little bit sluggish because we're on a Raspberry Pi 4. Message. Let's save that. Save that. I don't even know what that code is at this point in time. So Crabs code only has some headers. The LLM unfortunately did not generate any CPP code. So it is in the Crabs code new. And then what is this doing? So what did it do last time? I don't really want to touch Crabs code because that's like the open code. I'm trying to port open code to my C++ API, and I'd rather focus on the OpenClaw clone using the Python nanobot because that one's 4,000 lines of code. So porting that one over to C++ is going to be easier. What did this spit out though? Is there anything we could look at? Session manager. This is for the what do you call it? The like the LLM session, whenever you got like a chat, and then you keep adding chat messages to that chat. It is cool to see an AI generate code with my C++ API. I worked really hard on. ISC means integer signed 32-bit. Integer signed word, we call it ISWA. Here's an ISC. A floating point, like a 32-bit, is a FPD. They're gone. I really want to work on Crab's code. Do I have converting nanobot to C++? Maybe this one will be more interesting. This one, the context window is just maxed out. All right, I'm going to start a new session. How do I start a new one? I don't understand. What do I have to just like exit and then come back in? All right, where's this code at? What's the subfolder? So that's Crab's code. And then where's CrabsClaw? Is that this one? All right, so I can't be in this folder. That's not the right one. All right. What's in here? Great. Big provider C. Okay, so this is the converted nanobot file. So why did I put it in here? All right. So here's where I need to have my seams folders from. I need to take the copy that over here, put that into CrabsClaw. Oh, I have a source folder. I don't usually have that. Oh, there it is. All right. I don't really like this source thing. I use the seams folder. I'd rather have it here. Well, the source code for I should move it back there. The source code for this Crab C++ API is all in the root, and it's designed that way so it's better to import as a module. Like if you're using like an embed style module where like you can just include in a bunch of sub repos, and those sub repos have like a module of code in it. But I mean, it might trigger. I mean, everybody's style triggers some OCDs. It's like, where's the benefits, where are the drawbacks, right? So, what is this? Let's delete this because I don't see. Sweet. Okay, so CrabsClaw testing, CrabsClaw core, and then I think we need to go into this make list, and then we need to add. There's a couple of ways of doing this. We can have the just reference. Usually, you want to reference things that are only inside of the folder that you're in. So, don't we have to do add our library folder, right? Shoot, I forgot how to do that though, man. I feel like an idiot. I haven't used it. I'm one of those dudes that hates CMake or add. We're adding uh include folder. What is it? Target include directories. I hate it when they do stuff like that. I hate it when they make an example. It's got all these like cryptic weird things in it. Like, hmm, like where? I'm sorry. Looks like OBS is frozen for me. Oops. Right. I have no idea if this thing is still working or not. It just seems to pop up a bunch of windows. And then it's telling me the audio might be messed up. I'm really having troubles. I hate it when people don't put an example. Target name. You shouldn't have it like that. Like that's not what they would actually do. Like just put target name. Like why you got to put the brackets in it? I've always thought that was like the worst form you could possibly do. Uh, need to look at the. Seams and then source and then dot crap. So this is gonna put it not in the project folder, but in the sibling folder, which is the go up one level from the project root file, basically your workspace folder, and then it's got to be in that folder. So this is seams, then we go down to source, and then we're at CrabsClaw. 2, 3, so we got to go to 3. And then we go down there. And do I need anything else? Or is this just a... Oh, wait. So I need to have it say private or public? What is... This determines the scope of the include directory. This thing's doing something. Finally. Get good token rates, but it's just not doing it too fast. Whee. Nothing too much to look at right now. So what do I need to do if I don't specify this? Is it public? The scope of the include directory is private. Do not propagate to other targets that link against it. This is recommended by default. So we're just going to go private then. Because that sounds about right to me. What do I want? Okay. Include directory. Does that include everything that we want? So well, looked like it loaded. Um, I mean, another pot thing that I could do is I could just like just do that, and then I could do that. That would like be less confusion. So if it doesn't work, what the hell? Oh no. Why doesn't that work? Did that fix it? It seemed to appear to fix it. It's the same thing, pretty much. So what is the first thing we got to test in the CrabsClaw up in here? I don't think that was right. Boy, the AI really did a bad job on that. Wait, don't I have to do... Never mind. Actually, my memory might just be bad. Usually, says expected. Want my money back. Money back now. Okay, well that seems to be right. And then release. Oh, we don't think too much going on here. All right, so now what do we need to do for the claw? I could ask the agent maybe maybe we need to go into plan mode. Oops. How do I get to those things? Model. What is it? Agents. Here's plan. All right. So we need to plan the proper, okay? It's the proper hot stopper. Should hear my desktop spin up here in a second. I don't hear it right now. What do we got going on for the other? What else can we look at? This thing doing anything? 30 tokens a second ain't doing me too good right now. I wonder why this is grayed out. I think there was a problem with it at one point in time. Isn't there an error list? Here we could debug these. What's this? A lineup D is in D's nuts? No. Okay, that's fine. Then it's conversion from isD to isC. IsD to isC. Offset. It seems like it would be silly to use that one. No, I'm aligning them for D. D's nuts. I think that's fine. Do that. Probably just wasted my time. What does it say the problem is? Precedence error, use parentheses to clarify precedence. What is this? Oh, it's the minus over there. Huh? I don't really understand why it was complaining about that, but whatever you want to do, bro, you do you. I'll do me. Huh? And this doesn't make sense though. No, this would have to be here, right? Is that why it's telling me, hey, look, that's kind of a problem, right? Because DTB minus 3, that wouldn't make any sense because size of DTB is only 2 because this B means 16 bit. All right. Everybody's being safe, right? Oops. Wrong button. Screwing up all over the place over here, huh? Damn. My timer keeps setting resetting, dude. Need to debug that. God damn it. It must be that because wouldn't really make sense to do the -1 inside this parentheses or the -3 inside there. Am I right? Damn it, don't do that. Uh-oh. I'm confused. Huh? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'm a fucking derp tart, huh? Type or equal. This doesn't really make any sense. I'm going to need to do a sanity check on aisle 4. What are we doing? We're reading. Oh, yeah. So this is definitely going to be sus code. Um, at one point in time, it didn't actually work. I swear to God. And then, man, since then has been a whole shit show, dude. So size of DTB. Why would I? What am I doing? Yeah, the code is not. It's like not complete. So I think I just need to start from first principles here. What the hell am I doing? I'm decoding the type. I'm scanning the type. I got a parameter thing. Got my args. I got the context. So I'm gonna get the type. So the type is the type is less than 0. Oh, right. So the type is less than 0. This is gonna mean Should probably make a little comment about what the hell is going on here. Then, uh, so size of DTB. This doesn't really actually make sense. Size of DTB is going to be in bytes. And then we have to convert it to bits. This is just so sloppy. It's just like painful, dude. What the hell is going on here? So times 8 minus 1, right? You know, a lot of times I do pointer arithmetics in my sleep. I might have been like nodding out, just about ready for a nap, old man nap time. At that point in time, just like, where's the data type? Do I have Shiite? Oh, hey, this thing's doing something over here. Yeah, I wish it wasn't doing that. I don't know what's going on. The speculative toading's great, but almost doesn't really appear to be worth it. This looks great. What is a VT100 escape sequence generator? What the hell happened? Got to get used to not saying please explain the build component registry because it's it costs you money to use extra words. Just don't use them. Don't. You're not talking to a human. It'll just do what you say. I'm not trying to tell you to be like abusive to your robot wife. You're a robot wife beater. Goddamn clankers. Ain't nothing but a chatbot. Opponent. Let's go. Pretty diffing handling system. Wait. Where's the start of this thing? I missed it. What's missing? Simpler template strength. Components. Do I want components? Yeah, we want full-blown components. Template string. Simpler template string. Explain code component string. Ah, my time to first token sucks, dude. Oh well, I'm just gonna continue with this style workflow where I'm just like hacking on this stuff and then building a plan over there. What is this? This would be this. I don't want to get sidetracked. Shift, too big. Oh shit, too big for these nuts, baby. Times B minus one. This code is so old. Don't laugh at my old code. Took me a long time to fix all this shit, but I mean, nobody else is coming up with anything this creative, so it'd be really nice if I could get this stuff done unreferenced. I don't know if I need that for right now. I don't want any of these errors or warnings in here. That'd be really cool if this thing was working. Result. T-loom insert. Yeah, what do I do? Because, I mean, I can't really, like, shit. Ouch. I don't want to do this. You know, I added this last time, but clearly I need two. I don't want two. Uh-oh. Let's look at this. Where else is there in there? I'm in there anywhere else. I don't know what to say about that. I don't want to have to like copy and paste this in order to get just one line of code here. One possible option is I could say if this is null, then we don't use that. Because there's a lot of other code here. So let's just go ahead and do that and make it easy on myself. Right, hey, this fix was not bad. I mean, that's not horrible. You'll just pass it in null pointer. I mean, if I have to do that, I'm not really my favorite. What am I gonna do? Oh, just set the default parameter. I cannot wait to make our own version of C++ where we can do this. Because this is so much better. This C++ is so much better than other C++. Not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just nothing but a humble servant. But this is just great. I just like it. I like how it looks. Underneath the hood, it runs really good. It's set for, it's just still like prototype phase. It's still not even MVP, unfortunately. I'm not too happy about that. Righty. So, what's the next battle here? TMD. Oh, hey, the priority object. We have officially gotten to the code that I am supposed to be doing. Yay. Well, with the exception of. What is this? I hate it when it does this. Just ignore it. Just move on. C++ sometimes gives you false errors. You'd think it wouldn't do that in 2026, but maybe it's just I need to like do a clean build or something. I don't know. Yeah, this is acceptable to me. It's okay. This not all that totally doesn't make any sense. Ignoring that one. Recursive. Wait, hold on. It's a recursive one? Why is it not working? No, that wouldn't make sense. Is there another one? There's probably another one, right? Like right here. All right. Recursive. Woo! And this error is still here. I'm sorry. What's going on here? Maybe here, this is what I need to do. Returning. Insert Loom str nil. That'll do. Did this work? Oh, bah. Still ambiguous, huh? Kind of like your genitalia. So, Huh? Huh. Mm, sure. Oh, I can't have that, huh? This can't be nope. So that's causing the problem for there. No, it didn't fix it, huh? What a surprise. I'm surprised that that didn't fix it. Did you say is one? It says is one. Is one. I don't really understand exactly why this thing is causing error. Let's move on to this one. This one looks fun to do. What do we got to do? We got to do the timestamp. So let's switch back over to the clock. Unable to connect there. Oh. Oh. Well, I think my machine, the power LED has appeared to gone out, and I thought it was turned off, but um, no. So now I have to do a couple errands here. Gotta get the. I'm kind of wishing I had a 4-port KVM switch, or at least 3-port. Usually give them 4 though. Oops. Oh, somebody came through. I was underneath the desk. Oh, oops. We got to reload the reload the. Oh shoot! Actually, I gotta mute my mic before I go do that because. Fortunately. All right, mute the mic and switch back over. Woo, what a pain in the ass to get the LLM back on. Oop. All right. The desk mic was out, huh? Shit, my mic was muted the whole freaking time. Luckily, nobody was watching. Oh, okay. All right. So this is it. What's going on with this? Okay. Yay. All right. So what do we got? What do we got to do? We just got to insert our unit test into this. And so what do we got to do? We got to generate some bits. I think I know what we're doing. Yay, we're actually up and running instead of doing a bunch of bullshit. I hate when I want to work on stuff, but instead I'm like stuck working on a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, that's why a lot of people don't like C++, but I don't know. I mean, it's not that bad when you do it. Depends on what you want to do with your life, you know? You do you, bro. Ticks and seconds. Types, timestamps? Isn't it? Is that actually how it is? I don't know. With speculative decoded CPU only, I mean, 16 tokens a second is like becoming usable. Yeah, you really need a 16 gig GPU though. It's worth it to have a 16 gig GPU. I don't know if you need the RTX 3090, 4080, 16 gig. I mean, probably should get a 3090. What am I looking at? Started doing some. All right, so what I want this thing to do is write a unit test for me. I'm just confused. Like, what is this? IUC 6. This isn't it. Boss, not it. No. I started, well, this is the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing right now. So let's look at the data spec. Why am I being a bozo right now? Didn't I delete the timestamps? Okay, I stuck it in the clock, so my deals with that. Yay, I feel like I'm in the vibe right now, or in the zone. We got computers going with two different LLM servers. We're in speculative decoding. I do not have a what do you call it? Moving. So what? It's just this one's the slower one. I don't know what I want to do though with these GPUs. I think I'm going to take the RTX 3090 out of my desktop and then stick it into. It almost seems like the speculative decoding is so much better that, like, so much faster that, the 3090 is less of a thing that I need. Like, maybe I should be looking at like a cheap 16 gigabit, like a Radeon 7 or something. But yeah, those cards have problems with, with LLMs from time to time. You're not going to be able to run everything. But if it's just an extra computer that you're trying to set up an extra computer, I wasn't hesitate. You're going to be whatever RAM you can get, you know, that's what you should be using. Finding files. All right, let's go back to this. Is this thing still running? Do you just want component registration or full JSX to C++ compilation? See, here's the problem: is the Crabs expression system needs to be up and running in order to get this. Wait, okay, so didn't I just say I needed to run some different code? Agents, let's build. Now, um, Oh wow. I don't know if I want to just like let this thing like one shot this. I mean, I've already written this code in TypeScript, so like it's not that difficult. I mean, I could feed it my TypeScript and then be like, "Yo, do this, dude." Does that make any sense? UUID bit pattern to the eternal. Hot UUID bit pattern to the eternal. What is it gonna do if I do this? Well, that thing took 41 minutes and 23 seconds, huh? All right. Well, to the point where we have to go back. Oh, it's gonna one shot it, huh? It's gonna come in and be like, wham! What's it gonna do? This isn't really like consistent with how the rest of it is, but I don't know what to do. And what the hell is this thing gonna start doing? What the hell is this gonna happen? I am very interested in seeing what this thing is gonna start spitting out. I really hope it doesn't just like one shot my API to retardation. That would be sucky, but We got what did I just tell the thing? Oh wait, hold on. I gotta. Damn it! And I have to cancel on that. This prompt. Sorry, my computer's not responding. So this unfortunately still has this in here. This is no longer here. Where's the sub-second ticker? Damn it. Data spec problems. So do we still have a like TMT? So TME is our 128-bit timestamp UUID. So we're still storing seconds timestamps with like a sub-second ticker. TMD is what? Is that consistent with It's not really that. I mean, that's not too bad. There's a lot of different timestamps, but they serve purposes. Okay, so I have to remap if I want to use the other timestamps. They're like contextual. The only timestamp we've oh yeah, right. Now I remember what the hell is going on. All right. So we have to map from a 64-bit UUID to a memory item. All right. So this means that we have to have these TME and TMD timestamps in the first 32 plain old data types, of which the first 24 are always the same, and then the last 12 can be remapped as the plain context types. And you can remember that because instead of saying contextual plain types, which would be CP, it's more PC to say PC because people don't want to say CP, right? It's designed for outrage, bro. Designed for cringe, dude. Microseconds of air clock, but okay. This is actually okay. I can actually run this prompt. Um, I'm not sure I like the prompt though that I'm doing. Okay, please convert from. Okay, so we need the TME, TMD, hot UUID bit pattern to the TM. TMD bit UUID. Oh wait. All right. I don't like running code from the AI on this system because I don't want to like wait for the code. I'm supposed to get the agents going in open code systems so that it can run code asynchronously. I'm going to make an exception for right now though. 502, huh? Oops. No. My laptop is lagging. I don't think I'm dropping frames in OBS. Looks good. All right. So now that I got that implemented, we are going to go back to the other scene that we need to do. I guess we're going to attempt, we, by meaning me, because there's no one else here, we attempt to go back to working on the other code and just not touch the clock. But I would be very interested to see exactly how the GLM, sorry, Qwen3 coder next is going to work. Oops, got some activity over here. OBS is just not wanting to cooperate with me. Oh no. So what about the cron job? What is this? I'm sorry, what are we looking at again? Um, looking at uh, CrabsClaw. I mean, we could just start with a cron job. Always best when you start out with a job. Uh, Here, I'll be back real quick. All right, you like my bubbles? Yeah, the bubbles, man. Someday, someone will like my bubble. They'll agree. I am, in fact, actually the bubble king. All right. So what do we want it to do? What did I ask it to do? So prop a spec-driven development, right? Write the specs for state transitions. Okay. All right. Well, what do we do? Do we make a data struct? Do we? Who the fuck is we, bro? Um, how about a data structure? What needs to happen with the one option is I can use a book data structure. The ASCII book is actually pretty good for making logs. It's a key value store where you can have multiple keys with the same key. And this is useful for a log where you have a message and then you have like a response that happened to that. It's like basically you just think of the key. You don't really think of the key as a key. You think of the key as just like another error message in a log where I'm just pushing these error strings into a contiguous memory block as fast as you can do it. The best way to, or the fastest way to do an error log is to just insert a bunch of like bytes or sorry, 32-bit integers, like error codes into a 32-bit signed int. But it'd be nice if we had a bit pattern for 32-bit that we could use, like if it's a negative number, then we do some compression so we could store like maybe like a 5 character string inside of that 32-bit character. Or we could have an error code. That'd be actually kind of interesting. Could we do like a Huffman encoding on that? Bitch! We could do it. Critical test. I'm overwhelmed just thinking about what the hell I need to do this. Um, I wish it told you what the workspace was. Done. I don't even know what the fuck this is. CrabsClaw. Okay. Was I supposed to be running open code there? All right. So what do we need to do? So we need to specify maybe even what I mean, the vision and mission statement will do. All right. What do we need to do? Please, why does it say that? What am I going to do for the license? Did I switch over to Postgres license? That one's like kind of like Apache. I don't know. So vision. Uh, Wait, I'm having trouble. This goes to the beginning of the next word. I'm holding down shift and pressing left, right. It doesn't do the same. I'm sorry. I'm not a Vim dude. I'm not that cool. I'm not as cool as Primeagen. I'm not as woke as Theo. Oh, one, two. Yeah, yeah. I hate that. God damn it. No. Okay, so the way that you craft a vision and mission statement correctly is that your vision is like, I'm going to cure cancer, or I'm going to make the next treatment, or I'm going to make the next um, SpaceX. Well, that's not really a vision. I'm going to make, let's do, I'm going to say, we're going to do autonomous asteroid mining. We're going to colonize another planet. That's our vision. Then our mission is, this is our like 10-year plan. This is the big deal for like this giant pile of work we're currently doing that's going to lead up to another giant pile of work later on. Right? It's not too hard. I don't know if I really like this. Our mission is our vision is this isn't, I don't know. It's, I don't know. This seems to be like more of a mission. But this isn't like a 10-year. Oops. Control them. This isn't too bad. Drone. Okay. I don't know where exactly to start with this because uh, maybe I'm nothing but a chatbot. Maybe I got my CPU throttle for being bad or something. I'm just an idiot. Nah, I think it would only be temporary. I'm sorry, I'm too funny. Just kind of expected people do bad stuff every once in a while in the computer simulation, right? Chimera key features. This is not a key feature. Oh, come on. Oh, we're in build mode. Good thing I noticed that. What else we got? This thing's gonna take a while. Sorry, OBS is frozen up for me. I can't really like switch. Come on, OBS. God damn it. Oh, that might be it. OBS is might be taking a dump. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, it is not responding. Might be able to just change scenes. If it responds, we're stuck with this Raspberry Pi. All right. Is it back? It might be back. Yeah, sweet. I hate it when it does that. No idea what's happening. No, it's still not working. It would just look like it was working. All right, is it working again? All right, I think it's working. Yay. What are we doing? Can I actually like, yay. Hey, look, it actually works. Yay. All right, so what do we got? What's it implementing? Bits. What does that think it? Eternal Bitcoin. Hey, not too bad, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm asking it to read a data spec with a bit pattern. in it that has a description of the bit pattern and how to convert the thing. And then asking it to convert to the, like, generate the code with my C++ API. So that's actually kind of cool, you know? I think once I get my my lab fully set up, I'll have more of an entertaining stream because, oh shoot, what did I just do? I think I just made it go full screen. Because I do have two more AI computers. I have like a bunch of AI computers, dude. I'm like blessed out from wise investments and decisions because I was not doing drugs, you know? Just like nerding out and yeah, worked out pretty good in my favor. So we're gonna see whether or not GLM, or sorry, Qwen3 coder next with the speculative decoding 1.7b LLM decoding speculatively, meaning that it is using a smaller LLM to predict the token, which is accurate, what, like 70% of the time? So it speeds up your LLM significantly. But I'm having issues where like time first token is just not acceptable. Do we have movement up here? Why did it read it multiple times? Boy, our tokens are up. Woo! We're like saturated more than your mom. Shit. You're supposed to say you're saturated more than your mom for all their neighbors. Shit, son. What are you gonna do? Now you don't know who your father is. Shit. All right, sweet. I really shouldn't be doing this in my workspace on my Windows computer because my workspace that I'm working on is like, I'm not trying to give up on programming. I'm not jumping on this like, oh, I only vibe code train because I don't want my brain to turn mush, and I do enjoy it, and but I do need to pick up the pace. This is not acceptable at all. But let's go look through here and see if we could find out why Let's, the imaginary person over here, checking out my code. Cuckoo. All right. No, it's this one is like a recursive call. I mean, I could just copy and paste that. I don't want to. Usually I do. This is why you got to do the const first, right? Wait. I am just going to go back to, I shouldn't have even fucked with that, dude. I hate it when I'm like come back after a long time. I don't know how things work, and then I change things. Woohoo! All right, we got a different set of errors. Yeah, we're winning. 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 Wait, what is going wrong with this? Counts and then is string offset. End. No, this is just string. Hmm. Still acting up, huh? Recursive on all paths. How is this recursive? Still not hot reloading. Okay, so I'm gonna look past that. That one, I'm gonna mark that one as good. Now we just got this one. And what does it say again? Recursive on all control function. Runtime stack. I don't understand why that one's like that. But I'm not trying to touch this until this is done. This is gonna be neat when I get this show going on with like 4 different desktops running LLM. Should be interesting. Don't know exactly how I'm going to run this because I'm kind of happy with the CPU only speculative decoding because I mean it only adds like 4 more tokens per second to my pathetic 12 tokens, but 16 tokens is where it's like, okay, well, it's starting to get to be decent. So I might just switch over to just keeping a 3080 12 gig in my desktops just for gaming and for OBS because OBS really actually needs that much RAM and that much CPU power or GPU power. Like I max my GPU out all the time. It sucks, dude. You need as many video encoders as you can get too. But 3090 is cool. I definitely am thankful. But I think I'm gonna put it in the Linux, the TrueNAS Pro, sorry, TrueNAS Scale, Linux, NAS, Docker, container runner, VM, host thingy with like really fast RAM. And then I'm going to get another RTX 3090 for my other NAS that has really fast RAM. And then using it as a NAS does slow it down a little bit, but I only have so many computers, so it's kind of hard to justify more space. But I do wish that I wasn't accessing any files off of it because I don't really want to even use the RAM. I think most of the time it's using the GPUs though. But yeah, I think a 3080 12 gigs pretty decent graphics card. Not the 10 gig. That one's got slower memory and less. It's not enough. 12 gigs is like you can get away with it sometimes. Like you can get away with. Really, I need 16 gigs, but I don't know what kind of RTX graphics card has 16 gigs though, right? RTX 16 gig GPU. Probably like a 3090 laptop at 16 gigs. That'd be way too expensive. What is there? There's the Quadro RTX 5000 that has slow memory. The 4080 Ti RTX 4080 Ti 4060 Ti memory speed is 288 gigabits a second. It's still not fast enough. It's like you need the 4080. The 16 gig 4070 Ti Super is 672 gigabits a second. So what's that going to run on eBay? That's, to me, I would say that's mid spec. We're looking at quite a bit. 720, 735. Here's one, some auctions that are less, but let's call it 735. That's the cheapest on eBay. That's what I usually use for the price. 735 for the cheapest one on eBay for the 770 Super. Sorry, 4070 Ti Super. But you might as well get the 3090. But those are going up in price. Better to have more RAM. You're not getting that much more RAM. So, because the thing is, you need more RAM than 24 gigs to do the context window. You could really use two 4080s in one computer with a whole bunch of memory. I might do that on the backup NAS, because the backup NAS is not going to be getting, like it only gets updates a certain number of times per day. What am I looking at? Scriptis. We got. Wait, now it says build. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's because we're building. Is it done? That was created. 6 UUID. Man, I don't want to do that. Just shuffle all my tests around. Does it work? What are we looking at? I think I need to go. I gotta go eat dinner. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.